Caution, you're about to digest a product referred to as the Not So Yucky news. This news product is not recommended for viewers who have an insatiable need to swim in negativity. If after viewing the Not So Yucky news, you find yourself developing a strong emotional attachment to it, we recommend doubling or even tripling your dosage. This product contains copious amounts of positive, inspirational, educational, and entertaining occurrences. Side effects from watching this program may include smiling, laughter, optimism, the perception of free flight, and extended periods of giddiness. In some cases, positive cerebral development was noted in non-laboratory humans. If care for euphoria longer than 4 hours occurs, share it with a friend. This program does not require a prescription or copay of any kind. Please use flagrantly.
Welcome to the Not So Yucky News here on the Braincasting Company Network at Bally's Hotel and Casino in weird and wacky Las Vegas. I am your host, Christina Vitaliano, and what is the Not So Yucky News? Well, it's news that's not yucky. We're pretty simplistic here. So let's kick off the headline news, and we are going on a train ride today. And this is going to be from our first-time guest reporter, Alexis. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Alexis reporting for the Not So Yucky News, and I am here in Boulder City at the Nevada Railway Museum. Today we are going to board this huge train that is right behind me for the Brews and Choo Choo's event. Yes, you heard me right, Brews and Choo Choo's. Beer and trains. Not much more you can ask for here, so we're about to get started and on the railway, so let's go.
Yes, hello. On the beer winch.
The beer winch.
The beer winch.
It's the beer.
Yay.
Hey, Randy, whatever. Thank you.
Take yours.
I'm going to reach across.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you much.
Oh my God. That's so cute. So we do choose. Cheers. Brews and Choo Choo's. This is great. Hi everyone, we are in the dining car of the train, and with me right here I have Larry. He is the President-elect of the Rotary Club here in Boulder City, and he's going to give us a little bit more information of what's going on here.
Well, this is our Brews and Choo's first annual event. Right now, what happened was we had 3 beers that were showcased by the local brew pub. It was a tasting event. It was going to be an annual fundraiser. Again, in February, we're going to have a wine event similar to this one.
Yes. I heard it was the El Dorado wine tasting is what it was called, correct?
Absolutely.
Yes. Beautiful.
Valley, yes.
And what is this fundraiser for? What are we doing here?
We use this money for all of our stuff that we do here in Boulder City. The money is going to go to emergency aid. We take care of an organization called Lend a Hand. That's what they do, is they simply lend a hand. We also take care of the high school here. We donate there. We have a project called the STEM Guitar Project, where we teach. It's an after-school project where kids can join and they build a guitar and learn STEM curriculum.
And so, from my understanding, this is the first annual Brews and Choo Choo, so it's going to be an annual thing, and people who would like to do it can come again next year around this time, correct?
Absolutely, yep.
Beautiful.
And they even next year's going to be February's going to be wine, and there's an idea around that one of the trains is going to be wine and beer.
Oh. Did you hear that? Wine and beer. That sounds like my kind of train.
There you go.
So we're going to wrap up because I do not want to take up most of Larry's time here. Is there anything else that you would like to tell our viewers at home about this experience?
Well, I like to come out and visit the train museum. The train museum is open on the weekends. It's a great facility, and they could use the money as well. It's one of the only train museums in the entire state.
Great. Thank you so much, Larry. You've been a great help, and this has been a very amazing experience as well. It's my first time. So
Did you guys enjoy it?
We had a great time. We did. So again, thank you so much.
I hear eventually this train will eventually make it out to the Fiesta Casino.
Really? Yeah. So it'd be maybe twice as long of a train ride than we've had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, and you enjoy the rest of your night.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
So you can see now that we are moving. It's a great view here. And for those folks at home who don't necessarily like beer, they are doing a wine tasting train ride called the El Dorado Wine Tasting. So if you want to be on this train, have this wonderful experience here, come check it out in Boulder City at the the Nevada State Railroad Museum. All right, back to you, Christina.
Thank you, Alexis. And you know, I learned a few things watching this segment. I had no idea what your local Rotary actually did for the community. So this Rotary is promoting a ton of train rides with the Southern Nevada Railway, but they also have luthier classes where you actually you learn how to make a guitar. That's pretty cool. They do a lot of very nice things for the community. So next up, with the Rotary, they've included Santa. Yep, and Santa, you can actually go on the train and do train rides with Santa every weekend in December. And not only can you see Santa, meet Santa, tell him everything you want to tell him, but you can do all of this in your pajamas. That's pretty darn cool. Well, next up, keeping with the Alexis theme, and oddly enough, the drinking theme, we are going to do some Roadside America. So here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexis reporting for Roadside America here on the Not So Yucky News. Now today, I'm visiting the Pioneer Saloon here in Good Springs, Nevada, which is only a short 30-minute drive south of Las Vegas. So those of you who enjoy the Wild West, get your butts down here because this is the place that you want to be. So let's go take a look inside. The first room that you're going to enter is the bar. Now this bar has the same layout as it did when it was first built in 1913, making it the oldest and the first drinking establishment here in Southern Nevada. It's pretty cool. If you go next door, you'll enter the dining room, which most people like to call it the memorial room, only because every square inch of wall space is dedicated to the saloon's rich history, and one wall in particular is dedicated to Hollywood icon Clark Gable. His story is that his wife Carol had crashed in a plane nearby. They had used the saloon as more of a home base for the search parties that went out to look for her plane. This took about several days, so depressed husband Clark Gable is said to drink himself nearly to death awaiting the fateful news. Bad news, they had returned with news that she had died in the plane crash. On the plus side, if you're a ghost hunter, there has been rumors that Carol has been sighted along the premises, her spirit searching out her husband's to console him. Now let's go take a look outside. Over time, the saloon has expanded its area to a courtyard, so where you can actually sit outside, eat, drink, be merry with your friends, and even around the fireplace on those chilly nights. Now if you move over a little bit of the ways, you'll see a chapel set up. They have Wild West chapels here at the Pioneer Saloon. So if you're looking for a destination wedding here out in the Wild West, this might be your place to be. Now outside you'll also find two interesting features that I found pretty cool. One of which is this large stone time capsule. I call it a tomb because it's so big, but people told me it wasn't a tomb, but I'm gonna call it a tomb. So this thing's about yay big, so tall. I mean, this thing's massive. But so friends and visitors of the Pioneer Saloon had placed objects, memories of the past, just a bunch of crap into this box here, sealed it shut, and now it awaits its future owners to finally open and discover what's inside. Now my favorite feature that I had stumbled upon is personalized whiskey barrels. Here you can purchase your own barrel of whiskey, personalize the name tag, and they put it up on display with all the other barrels there so that when you come back and visit with your friends for a drink, you can show off and drink from your own personal barrel. Now, not too many people can say that they have their own barrel of whiskey at their bar. So for those of you watching, and my birthday is coming up, so that's at the top of my list. And that's all I have for you today here on Roadside America. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and don't forget to come check out this place. I guarantee you won't regret it. I'm going to go have myself a drink now, so back to you, Christina.
Wow, that place is a bucket load of nostalgia and amazing history and quirkiness and ghostliness and marriage and time capsules. If you visit Vegas, or even if you're a local from Vegas and you haven't been to the Pioneer Saloon, that is well worth the stop. Well, now it's time for some advice.
Hi everyone, my name's Ava, I'm 11 years old, and I know things. Welcome to Ava's Advice. I'm here to give you advice. Thank you everybody who sent in questions, so now let's read some. This question says, Dear Ava, how come every time I sneeze I have to close my eyes? I tried to sneeze with my eyes open and I just couldn't. Why is this? Avery. Well, Avery, the answer is in physiology. You have a nerve in your face that goes from your eyes to your nose and back to your eyes. That tickle you feel when you sneeze, that's the nerve. That is why your eyes close when you sneeze. Science. Moving on to the next question. Hi, Ava. I have a question to ask you before I can ask you a question. Can I ask you a question about your dad's Kiss stuff? Will you be able to answer them? Thanks so much, Ross. Well, Ross, technically I'm not even allowed to be in here, but thank you to that special someone who sent in this Kiss coffee mug so early. I owe you one. Back to you, Ross. I would love to answer a question about my dad's Kiss stuff, but I would have to trick him into answering them. But don't worry, he's not that hard to trick. This question says, how's it going, Ava? I'm a 7th grader in Atlanta, Georgia. All my friends know what they're going to be when they grow up. I have no idea what I'm going to be. How can I figure out what job I should take? Stephanie. Well, Stephanie, you don't want to take a job. You want to choose a career. You want to be in charge of your future. And it's fine if you don't know what you want to be. You're just in 7th grade. I'm in 6th grade, and I still don't know if I want to be a lawyer or a professional cheerleader. I think they pay the same, but I'll figure that out when I'm a little bit older. That's all the time that we have for today. If you have any questions and need some advice, email me at ava@braincastinglive.com. All the information you use on the screen below. Now remember, I'm Ava, and I know things.
Thank you, Ava. Well, again, great advice. And, I'm with you there. Attorney, cheerleader, very, very similar. One, you do a lot of jumping. The other one makes you want to jump. I get it. All right. Now we're off to the weather.
Time now for your weekend funky forecast. I'm meteorologist Martin Farrell, once again coming to you from Monster Mini Golf. Multiple locations across this great nation, including several in the great state of New Jersey, one out on Long Island, and two, mind you, in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This weekend's forecast a bit tumultuous. We'll get to that in just a couple of minutes. However, right now, with overnight temperatures diminishing and waning daylight hours, this is the time for you to be prepared for an unscheduled vehicle malfunction. Your safety kit is only as helpful as the tools within it. So, I've amassed a few things that have served me well over the years. Let's get right to it. So, first, warm feet, warm core equates to a warm spinal column leading to the brain stem controlling blood pressure, body temperature, breathing, important indeed. So, maintaining this level of coziness, critical. So, I recommend a nice, cozy, one-piece suit. Fantastic. If possible, I recommend getting it with the feet. It will serve you well. Now, also, once touted to be 40%, heat loss from an exposed cranium is actually closer to 7%. But still, maintaining the ability for rational thought if you are stranded is infinitely preferable to being discovered having an in-depth conversation with a street sign. So, what's next? Gotta have a one hat. Now, a ski mask could actually double as your primary headgear. However, a word of caution, even though it's going to have increased facial insulation, If you wear this for fuel/convenience store stops, approaching ATMs, approaching other motorists, I can assure you it is going to have an adverse effect on your journey. So, now, gloves and goggles. This will complete your insulation ensemble. Flashlight. Of course, illumination is critical to your success. However, it has an unforeseen entertainment component for extended periods of isolation. Might I recommend Instant Philip the Flashlight Puppet. How are you today? Oh, I was doing great until you got a spin on the side of the road. Oh, come on, I couldn't foresee that. Oh, I should have checked the car before we left. Is that a coyote? Oh, yeah, it's just a dog, Philip. Everything's gonna be fine. I will be dead by morning, or you could be dead right now. So, umbrellas. Surely the cornerstone of any safety kit. Shelters you from sleet, snow, rain, all sorts of nasty stuff. I have no idea what I was doing the last time I was in this car, but clearly it was festive. Moving along. A sheet of plastic. A myriad of applications. Lay it on the ground to protect you from the earth. It can form a temporary shelter, or it can become a poncho. Make sure the hole's cut first, I would recommend, please. Let's get to that forecast I promised you, shall we? Friday, scattered showers, high temperature 66. Saturday, a little bit of sunshine, not much though. A lot of clouds flying around, some scattered showers, high temperature 64. And Sunday, back to serious rain, downpours in some areas, high temperature 58. Quality quotient for the entire weekend, sorry, only a 4 out of 10. Keep in mind, forecast inside every Monster Mini Golf everywhere is always 10 out of 10. That could be your weekend funky forecast. I'm Martiologist and Weather Safety Officer Martin Farrell. Back to you, Brenda.
Thanks, Franklin. And remember, kids, safety third. Welcome to Creatively Earning. I think pretty much everybody out in this world is aware of the iconic painting, whether you want to be or not, dogs playing poker. Well, this was originally created by a man named Cassius Marcellus Coolidge. And he created this image to be put on cigar boxes as labels. So that's how it started. Then one thing led to another, it got very popular, and now you see paintings of dogs playing poker and posters and things like that. And that was years ago. Well, he actually had a second painting called A Friend in Need. Again, dogs playing poker at the table, which we all refer to as dogs cheating at poker. So there's two very neat things out there. They're fun and they're just cool conversation pieces. Well, you can take it a step further and get your dog playing poker, personalized painting for you. So if you're looking for that cool Christmas gift, here it is. A woman named Mary Jills from Michigan actually personally paints your dog, your pet, your fish, doesn't matter, your pet's playing poker. Super cool. And if you want to take it a step further than that, you can actually take the family portrait and slap that on the wall in the dogs playing poker room. All of this makes a very unique holiday gift. And maybe, just maybe, if you ask her, and I'm not sure, she's on Etsy.com, maybe she'll paint it on black velvet. Whoa, right? So, again, very cool holiday gift. Now, I think it's time to give away a $300 party pass. This is a time in our show where we actually pay it forward and we give somebody out there a $300 party pass to the Monster Mini Golf of your choice. All you have to do to enter is go to monsterminigolf.com/party pass, and you'll be entered to win a $300 party pass to the Monster Mini Golf of your choice. You can use it for a birthday party. You can use it for a team event. You can use it for a corporate event. Doesn't matter to us. Again, we're just paying this forward. And we give this away on every single episode of the Not So Yucky News. So enter anytime you like, and every 2 weeks, boom, somebody's going to win a $300 party pass. We do this by taking all of the names, and there's like thousands of them every couple of weeks, and we put them into something that we call a Glozo randomizer, because Glozo is the last hole on all of the Monster Mini Golf courses. So the names go in, and our tech guys over there, they make the names spin and spin and spin, and I'm going to count down from 5, and we're going to have a winner for today's show. So if you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the winner this week is Tricia Alewies Kernan. So yay, Tricia, woohoo! And I found my little high five again, so high five to you, Tricia, woohoo! All right, so congrats, Tricia. And again, go to monsterminigolf.com/party pass. Next up, I think it's time for Sienna, and she's going to tell us all about tomorrow's grown-ups.
Hi, I'm Sienna Hernandez, and welcome to Tomorrow's Grown-Ups on the Not So Yucky News. This segment, I will introduce you to ordinary kids doing extraordinary things. Today, we are featuring Maya Delgado. Maya is 12 years old, and she has her own foundation called Hearts of Maya. Hearts of Maya provides scholarships to kids in financial need that want to study acting, singing, or dancing. Let's meet Maya. Hi, Maya, and welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited that you are here. Why did you start your foundation?
Well, I was taking my classes for singing, and I noticed that some of my friends stopped going to the classes, and I realized that it was because they don't have the financial needs to go to the classes anymore. So, and my parents always said to be kind to one another and to help out one another. So I thought this is the perfect situation to do that. So, yeah, I created Hearts of Maya to help out my friends to continue taking classes.
How did you create Hearts of Maya?
Well, it's a long process, and there's a lot of paperwork that goes into it. Like, there were people that really believed in what I was doing, and they helped out with the paperwork and making sure that it was really a nonprofit organization, but it really is all worth it.
That sounds like so much fun, and that sounds like a really, really long process, so good job being patient. I hear that you raised over $20,000 in scholarships for Hearts of Maya. How did you raise all of that money?
Yes, so I have a youth advisory board that helps me come up with ideas and locations where we could have fundraisers. So we have partnered up with places like Kendra Scott. We just had a give back event, and we raised $3,000, and that was so amazing. I'm so thankful for that event. And we've also partnered with California Pizza, Liberty Burger, and Kid Biz, just to name a few places. So that's kind of how we raise all the money for Hearts of Maya.
That sounds like really cool, and I know I love all of those places. What advice would you give to a kid wanting to start their own nonprofit?
I would say the biggest thing is to just really believe in yourself, and to believe in yourself that you can really make a difference in the world. And also, you do want a group of people that support you and cheer you on, and that really believe in what you're doing. Like I said, the paperwork and all of those things to help you really pursue what you want to do.
That sounds like some great advice. Now, my boss, Bob John Chicken, told me to ask you this secret question. I don't know what it is yet, so I'm a little nervous. Okay, it says, if you could outlaw any vegetable, what would it be and why?
Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts because they're green and icky and just, yeah. I don't like those.
I could agree with that. That sounds like a good thing to outlaw. We should totally do that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sad to say that is all the time that we have for today. I'd like to give a big thanks to Maya for being our special guest on Tomorrow's Grown-Ups. If you want to start your own nonprofit foundation, just like Maya did, what are you waiting for? You can do it just like she did. If you want to donate to Hearts of Maya, go visit heartsofmaya.org. Once again, it's heartsofmaya.org. If you're an ordinary kid doing an extraordinary thing, and you want to be featured on Tomorrow's Grown-Ups on the Not So Yucky News, then email us at kids@braincastinglive.com. Once again, it's kids@braincastinglive.com. I'm Sienna Hernandez from the Not So Yucky News. Check you later. Back to you, Christina.
Thanks, ladies. Wonderful segment, by the way. And now it's time for some rock. This is the point in our show where we give away a pair of concert tickets to somebody out there in the world, and we give it away by you visiting braincastinglive.com/love of rock. This is, again, our way of paying it forward, as we think music is a very important part of life. It doesn't cost anything to enter. You can be from literally anywhere in the world. Again, braincastinglive.com/love of rock. All you have to do is tell us who you are, who you'd like to go see, where you'd like to see them, and when. And we give away a pair of concert tickets to someone on every episode. That simple. So this week's winner is going to see Barry Manilow. Yep, Barry Manilow on December 13th in San Diego, California. And the letter says, "Dear Not So Yucky News, I know Christmas is supposed to be the time of year when everyone is jolly. But for some of us, it's the hardest time of year to be jolly. I live alone, no close family members, but I do have a very good friend that also lives alone. We do our best to make sure we can keep each other happy during the holiday craziness. Sarah, my BFF, as the kids call it, thinks Barry Manilow is the cat's meow. She calls herself a Fanilow. I call that nuts. That's cute. But she thinks my collection of penguins is nuts, so who am I to judge? All right, so I do not have a lot of cash by any means, and I understand that Barry Manilow is not rock and roll. Well, he's still very cool. But my BFF would be in heaven if I take her to see the man that sings Copacabana. Thank you, Mary Eckerd. Well, guess what, Mary? You are going to see Barry Manilow in San Diego on December 13th, and actually, it has a theme. It's called A Very Barry Christmas. And personally, I've seen Barry Manilow, and I do think he rocks. So have a wonderful time and a wonderful holiday. I wish I was going with you. So enjoy. Now, we come to the time in the show where we call this End Time Story Time. I share with you one of my favorite books, and I read to you directly from the book. So, here's how we're going to start this one. There's a reason toddlers are at peak cuteness. It's because nature knows that toddlerhood is when you are most likely to take your child to a public park and leave him there with a note that says, "I'm a little shit," and they couldn't take any more. Toddlers are assholes, and they just are. Remind yourself that the next time your 2-year-old tosses a bowl full of oatmeal across the room. The same bowl of oatmeal he cried for, and the same bowl of oatmeal that you dragged your sleep-deprived ass out of bed at 4:45 a.m. to make. Well, this book is called Toddlers Are Assholes. And they kind of are, you know? And it's by Bhumi Ladatan. And this is why I believe that there are so many moms out there that enjoy wine and stay-at-home dads, and I totally get it. This is also why I don't have kids. I like your kids once in a while. So there you go. Great book, funny, actually very informative. So now we are actually at the end of our show. And if you'd like the Not So Yucky News and you'd like to see more of the Not So Yucky News, you can visit us at braincastinglive.com, youtube.com, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Apple, Google, and Fire TV, and of course, Facebook Live. And again, thank you for enjoying the show and have a not so yucky day. See ya.